Have either of you thought of potentially also approaching this from a secular religious perspective? Because it seems like the federation solution can ease tensions between Israel's Haredi community and the secular community, because currently they're fighting over all sorts of laws that would affect everybody. But if you tell them that they would be autonomous in their own areas, you could have buses on Shabbat in Tel Aviv, and maybe certain areas you'll have everything closed on Shabbat if that's what they wish. Have you thought of that approach to help get more Israeli support?
First of all, there's a movement called the Abrahamic Federation, which is
Yoel Oz, right?
Yoel Oz, yeah.
I interviewed him on this channel, so if anyone's interested, you could just check it out. It's Standing Up with Yoel Oz. Yeah, continue, Emmanuel.
So he's working on that, and that's I've talked to Haredi people about our approach. They have really no problem with that. No problem, basically. With regard to the autonomy in the areas, we have no intention of splitting up into areas to have autonomous Haredi areas. Okay, there won't be a Haredi canton. I mean, there's secular people who say let's have a Haredi canton, and so they can have their own stuff and they don't disturb us. That's not going to happen, and it shouldn't happen. But I think we have to make sure that they will have representation and they will have their rights protected. But the state should be a secular state, and I think what will help to do it, if we use it as a solution with the Palestinians, it'll become more obvious that it has to be a secular state. Because we cannot give advantage to one or the other religion. So in order to take out that issue, we take it out altogether. And that's a new challenge. And that's a challenge of writing a constitution. But we were supposed to do that in 1948. We haven't done it. And it's coming to haunt us. It's not only in respect to religious issues, also in respect to the way the state is being run. The lack of a constitution is very, very bad for us. So there's a lot of things ahead of us. Rafi, go ahead.
Oh, sure. I mean, yeah, Emmanuel's correct about there's nowhere on the map where you could really make an entire canton that's all Haredi. But I mean, like I mentioned with the idea of there's things in the U.S. you call them counties, you have sub-districts, and you could give some level of autonomy to sub-districts of a canton. So I mean, I in the Jerusalem canton, I divided basically, like if you go down Yafo Street, north of Yafo Street is all Haredi, south of Yafo Street, like where I live, is sort of modern Orthodox and secular and Masorti and sort of the other kind of people. And so you could have some level of autonomy in their areas within the framework of a canton constitution. So and that's right now we wrote the sort of the federal constitution, and we definitely freedom of religion and all that sort of stuff was covered. I mean, definitely respect for sacred sites, and we'd have a committee to manage them and to manage religion within the country. But you'd have, obviously, you're not going people have the right to practice any religion or leave any religion. There's no really, you don't have to have a certain religion to serve in a certain office of the government. It's it's definitely, I agree. I mean, I grew up in America, so I definitely know what that's like. But we're now working on the canton constitutions, and when you get to the sort of the nitty gritty, and then you can have some, maybe Bnei Brak can have enough control to say no buses in Bnei Brak, and then Tel Aviv can say yes buses in Tel Aviv. Like I understand